This is the handy spreadsheet that'll help you keep track of all your promotional activities and keep you on schedule. Now, I don't know if you're anything like me, but before I had this spreadsheet, I would be very erratic in my promotional activities. Like I'd go in one day and I'd submit a bunch of articles, but then I'd forget where I was and I wouldn't keep track of it. So this has really helped me a lot. And I can also keep track of like what results I'm getting from submitting which articles to which directories and so on. So anyway, it's just a basic spreadsheet, and what I actually do, I've supplied the spreadsheet with the PDF if you signed up to be on my list. And if you haven't, you should sign up in the top right corner, and you'll get this. But what I do is I just go into Google Docs, and you can create documents and spreadsheets and presentations in here, and I just keep all my spreadsheets in here. So it's all online, and it's all backed up for you and everything, and you can just go online. And the other thing I like about Google Docs is that it shows you what things you've accessed latest, so I can go in and I have all my projects in there, and I can just go to the one that I haven't worked on recently, and work my way through the line there. But inside the spreadsheet, what I usually do, and you might come up with a way that works better for you, I have one spreadsheet for each website, and I list the keywords that I'm going for along with the URL that I'm targeting. Now, a lot of times I target several different keywords for one URL, and in this case, I'm doing 2 keywords for this one URL. And then I have up on the top, I have all the places that I'm going to submit content to for that keyword and link back to this URL. Also, I have an extra thing that I add in over here on the spreadsheet that's not on the one that I sent out, and I put the keyword, and then I also put right here the position that I'm finding it in Google. So I just kind of keep track, like the first time I looked, this was at position 46, and then the next time it was at 36. And you can keep track of where it is in the search engines. So anyway, what I do is I keep track of what the dates are that I'm submitting to these article directories. Now, one thing that I do when I get my articles is I buy 3 rewrites of the same article, and I buy them with the paragraphs rewritten so that I can spin them and submit a slightly different article to each directory. But what I do first is I go in and I submit the rewrites, one of the rewrites to eZine Articles and one to Buzzle, because Buzzle needs unique content. If they find it anywhere else, forget it. They won't publish it. They'll just delete it. eZine Articles wants you to have only your own content. So you could have previously published it on your blog, and it's okay. But I just go in with my 2 of the rewrites, and I publish to those first, and then I wait until they get accepted. And then what I do is I run the articles through a spinner. You don't have to use a spinner. You could use the same article, just the same article, and submit it to all the directories. I just happen to spin it because the way I do it, the articles come out, they're high quality, and I just think it makes them a little different, and it gives me a little boost. So I just go right down the line. Every time, whenever I have time, or I schedule certain times, like an hour a day in the morning for each website, and I go through and I post as many of these as I can to each of these article directories that are across the top. And I actually go in and I hand post them because I've found that using submitters doesn't work as good because a lot of times it won't pick the appropriate category, and these are the top article directories, and I really want to make sure that they get in there. So I do it all by hand. Now, this would be a great job to outsource if you got like a virtual assistant or something, because it's extremely time consuming and tedious. Right now, I'm kind of a little bit of a control freak with it, and I'm doing it all myself. So you can see here I go right down the line, all these article directories, and then what I have over here is, after that I have all these the Web 2.0 properties, widget box, videos, blog commenting. What I like to do is I submit to the article directories first, and then I give it a while, like maybe 2 weeks, a month, or whatever. I always have a lot of projects going on, so it's not a problem for me to wait to see what happens, because I'm lazy and I only want to have to do as much work as I have to do to get this article ranked #1. And if I can do that by submitting to just 5 of the article directories, then all the better for it. That's just my the way I do it, you might find it's better to have a system where you go in one day and you do every single one of these and just get it done with, and you don't have to think about it anymore. But whatever you do, just make sure you go in and do this, because if you don't submit your articles, then you're not going to get your website to rank. One other thing I forgot to mention is sometimes what I'll do is, it's important to get links to your articles too. So what I'll do is, like, especially in Go articles, because they accept this, I'll go in, and when I write the article, when I submit the article for my website, I'll also put a link into one of my articles. So in this one, I submitted it and I linked to my website and also to my Buzzle article. And it gives you a little bit of extra juice in the Buzzle article. So that's it. This is a great way to keep things on track and to keep things scheduled out. I found that when it comes to website promotion, it's critical to have a schedule and to stick to that schedule. It's the only way you're going to get things done.